What's up, Recovery Warrior channel? For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jay Rizzo. For everybody that's new, thank you for tuning in. We just hit 11,000 views on the channel. Hell yeah, thank you. Keep subscribing. I know you guys are out there. I see you. See the likes on my Recovery Warrior channel page. You can hit me up on Jay Rizzo too. That's the personal page. Hit me up on the Recovery Warrior Facebook page. I relocated. As you guys know, if you've been following on my channel, I'm in a different spot. I'm in a new area, and the format's going to be different now. I'm still going to try to drop videos every 2 weeks, if not every week. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to hit the wheels. I'm gonna make them turn. I'm going to run hard. So, without further ado, I got a couple of people on today. If not, we just have one, but we have Terry and Sebastian on. So without further ado, brothers and sisters here, sit and wait. These guys need to be quiet? Yeah, they're cool. Oh, okay.
Rolling?
Yep.
All right. Hey, how's it going, man? It's just, it's just glad to be back. I'm glad, grateful for the opportunity, Jay Rizzo, to allow me back on. So today is, is just we're in a community of Standing Rock, and I feel the feelings that I feel today. It's amazing. It's all because of God. God has allowed me to use my lived experience and allowed me to, change my situation and be able to come back down here and, be supportive and be a productive member of society in my community where I cause a lot of hurt and harm. I just really want to touch base today on what we got going on down here in Standing Rock, and it's, we brought our services down here. I'm a certified peer support specialist for the state of North Dakota. I work for a agency called Seeds of Eden, and I've been working with them since March. We really got our foot in the door down here, and we realized, there's a lot of help that needs to be done down here in our community, and things have been going so great since we've been back. We got a food pantry going here in 48's in our office. The beautiful thing about it too is we've been working with CPS and getting referrals to them, and to me I get to go home with my heart full because families are being fed. We may not be able to help the whole res at once, but we're trying and we're doing our best, and it's, if we can help somebody this week, today, it's at least it's somebody, and that's where it starts and begins. And, we have a lot of struggles and hardships down here, financial wise, and a lot of my people down here are still struggling, sick with alcoholism and drug addiction, that disease that I was once defeated by, and today God has really used me to give back to the community and try to help my brothers and sisters down here, my family and relatives down here who are battling that disease that I suffer from, and it feels good to be back and be supportive and give that, not a handout, but give them a hand up, because that's all I needed. I was defeated by addiction for 10 years, I was living that. My love was that needle, my love was that foil, and that had all power over me. That was no control over that, and it's just grateful to be alive and be free today and just help others, man. Like, I really, through my addiction, I was so selfish and self-centered, where I led a lot of people in the wrong direction with addiction. I was preying on other addicts, taking advantage of other addicts that had no income. I'd always come down to the res and sit in people's houses, and I would get them high and feed them drugs, give them a bag, and be like, hey, could I chill out here for a couple of days? Meanwhile, I'd be sitting in the back trapping out to a spot, and not realizing, how many families I'd torn apart doing that. There was always kids involved, and just a bunch of foolishness. And today, you know, I'm in the communities, bringing good support and just trying to help whoever needs help, man. There's a lot of help that needs to be helping down here, and it's just grateful that you know, I get to be on this side. And
Awesome. So what's your biggest difficulty in life?
my biggest difficulty, like, I guess I don't really have I guess just right now, you know, man, I'm trying to think. I don't really have any difficulties
Awesome.
today. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
You know, like I mean, life still goes on, but it's just I've learned to lean on my higher power for help every
Right.
single day, and then every day I surrender.
Nice.
I put my life
Yeah.
in God's hands every single day, and He guides me and protects me and leads me. And
Yeah.
this
So
is
if something arises, you're able to get through it
yep.
through a higher power.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that's because I have learned to trust, you know, my higher power,
Yeah.
because I have my faith. But I also, when I worked a 12-step program, I also picked up extra tools. My sponsor got me through the Big Book, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, so me, I equipped myself with all these tools
Yeah.
while I was in sober living, right? I went, you know, I found a church, I found a pastor, I found my faith, then I challenged myself and got it transferred to a
Awesome.
you know, and it's just I have these tools I can depend on. But today, what I practice is I got a lot of resiliency. I got fortitude, just like my ancestors did back in the day. You know, Native
Mhm.
American. That's what we had. Is today I can face any kind of struggle or challenge that comes my way. I've found some tools, some strategies, some skills that I can utilize to keep me going and not give up and go back into the needle or the bottle. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But that's the beautiful thing about being in recovery is you find strengths, and I also use my weaknesses as my strengths today too. You know. So, but,
Have you ever experienced divine intervention?
divine intervention?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you?
Mm.
Can you describe an incident?
A divine intervention?
Yeah. Like a God shot. Like you know it was the higher power.
Yeah, it's crazy because just before you came in here, we met with some individuals, and we had a conversation for about 2 hours talking about spiritual experiences and God and what
Oh,
God's
yeah.
done for us, and it's crazy because I don't even know these people either,
Yeah.
and I feel like that too today I feel like God put us in the same room for the same reason to,
Yeah.
you know, and it's crazy, but yeah, so. Again, you know, I beginning back in December, I was just now starting to feel the power of prayers. I guess prayers finally start coming into play, working for me. I started submitting more, and I guess I really wanted to see what the prayer and fasting was about. And all my life, I tried to quit smoking cigarettes, and that was one of the things beginning this year. I said, well, I'm gonna pray and fast. I'm gonna connect with my higher power and put the prayer to test. And just like that, I did a 4-day fast. Meanwhile, that I was praying about all the temptations, but so to say, I was asking Him to help me with you know, remove my bad habit, my nicotine habit.
Mhm.
And at the time, I had a filthy mouth. F this,
Yeah.
F that, this B word, you know, just talking foolishness, thinking it's cool, and I realized there's nothing cool about talking like that, you know, and
Right.
you know, especially around women or kids,
Mhm.
you know, and that's where I picked up my cousin was, you know, as influence as a kid, but yeah, and did 4-day fast. I don't know, man. There's something happened, but I don't cuss anymore. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't everything that I've prayed for, that I asked for help with, it happened.
Yeah.
It's I mean, I unlocked the power of prayer, you know, and
Yeah.
I'm so grateful for that, because that's all I have today, and that's what carries me to do what I do.
Yeah.
You know,
Awesome.
is prayer.
So then, can we hear from you? Who are you?
Oh, I'm Terry.
Terry. And,
Yes.
I see you're here working with Sebastian. What do you do here? Like, what is your story?
I am in recovery. I am a peer support supervisor for Seeds of Eden.
Awesome.
Been with them for about almost a year now.
Mm-hmm.
Prior to that, I was in sober living, sitting on a federal indictment. And I think that's recovery is where I gained a connection, a relationship, not only with my higher power, but with my family, with my community, like the recovery community.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to stay involved. You know, staying involved gets me out of self.
Yeah.
It's something that was really hard for me because, of course, I can be selfish and stuck on myself. You know, but
Yeah. How did you come to believe in a higher power?
how did I?
Yeah.
I've always had that higher power, creator, God
Mm-hmm.
there. But
Did you grow up spiritual, like with
Yes.
native culture in your
Yes.
home? Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
until I lost my dad.
Oh yeah.
So
What
that
happened?
trauma. My dad passed away about 15 years ago.
Mm-hmm. So that steered you clear from the cultural side.
Yeah, it's
Like you
like
just got mad.
yeah,
Yeah.
I was resentful,
Oh, I see.
and I used that. You know,
Mhm.
like so I just like gave up completely
On
on everything.
Even
And
even the Jesus side and
everything.
everything. Okay.
Yep. Because I blame God.
Yeah.
You know,
For taking
and-
your dad.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because my dad was like my rock. You know, I come from a big family, so.
Mhm.
But I kind of felt like I was the black sheep of the family. There's 9 of us,
Yeah.
you know. So, but yeah. Of course, I've been through all of it. Bad relationships. You know, I have 3 children. Went through a marriage, got divorced, and honestly, they say you're supposed to get married, be married for life, and
Mhm.
I was like, well, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna be forgiven for that. But it just wasn't good. You know,
Yeah.
I wasn't good for that marriage or whatever it was. You know, so I carried that. I continue carrying that with me, that
Yeah.
trauma from that divorce, from that bad relationship. And I come from a family of alcoholics.
Yeah.
So, and I was just in and out of institutions growing up. Before I was 18, I was in the system. You know, I was in YCC, I was in Sioux Falls and JDC. I was just everywhere
Yeah.
before I turned 18. But yeah, and then I got addicted to pills, all of that. Money, ego, pride, men, drugs, alcohol.
What's crazy is like they asked me, "What's your drug of choice?" and I was like, "All of them."
But,
You know?
right.
I gotta try.
I will try it.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I kind of giggled when you said the failed marriage stuff because I've been married twice, like legally, and it didn't work out. But that was just us, you know, like as addicts and alcoholics. And as soon as crap hit the fan, I left.
But
You
I
know,
carried on what was going on from my previous relationship into my
the
marriage,
next, huh? Learned
thinking, so
behavior.
this is going to be different.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like, but it wasn't, you know,
Yeah.
and I failed to recognize that maybe I had a problem.
Mhm.
And I did. You know, I'm well aware of that. And I got into the wrong crowd, you know, ended up abandoning my kids. You know, after my ex-husband passed away, right after we got divorced, he passed away. And I carried that with me, and I didn't know how to cope with that.
Yeah.
So I got into more drugs, and I thought I was okay, you know, it's going to be okay. I can take care of myself, you know, because I was so codependent.
Yeah.
I wanted somebody to take care of me.
Yeah.
That's something I take back from my childhood. I wasn't taken care of. I didn't feel loved by my own parents, but I was doing the same exact thing to my own children, you know. And coming into recovery, I went to treatment. I completed treatment at Heartview, did what was required. I did aftercare. Then after that, I went back and I shared my story there.
Mm-hmm.
And right there, you know, I became more honest and more vulnerable, more open-minded, more willing. I found a sponsor. The sober living I was in had all these requirements, like, you know, and I was like, well, I don't want to go to jail, you know, but I was still being dishonest with myself. I was still spiritually sick. And I was one to get offended when you held me accountable, or if I got caught lying or trying to still live in my alcoholic or addict ways, you know what I mean? So, but my sisters that I call today, they're able to hold me accountable, you know, and I'm able to own up when I'm wrong.
Yeah.
And do better. I was able to make amends. I sponsor women today,
Nice.
both in the programs.
Yeah.
I utilize my sponsors. I stay really connected in the recovery community. I have commitments. I fulfill my commitments, and I get to show up not only from my own recovery, but
Yeah.
for others as well.
Oh yeah.
I manage the Sober Living House for Seeds of Eden, the very first women's house.
Wow.
And-
Where was that at?
That's in Mandan.
Okay. Is that the one that just recently opened? Nice. It's open.
That I manage that.
Okay.
And you know, like, there's so many blessings. Like, this is a
Yeah.
privilege to come back here to.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of relatives here. You know, I grew up in Cheyenne River after I got in trouble and did what? That's why I ran. I took my problems over there. You know, brought more back. Brought all this hurt and shame back with me. This pain, and yeah. But today I don't have to. I found a new way to live.
Nice.
You know.
Yeah. So
I-
obviously you've been through the steps, right? You went through the AA Big Book.
Yes,
Do
I
you
did.
remember the term "rocketed into the fourth dimension"? What does that mean to you?
What does what mean?
Rocketed into the fourth dimension. Can you chime in on that, Sebastian?
That. Oh, go
Do
ahead.
you know, Terry?
Yeah. Oh, whenever Bill talks about being skyrocketed into the fourth dimension within existence. Yeah. To me, I feel like after I did my steps, I felt like a lot of stuff that I had baggage inside of me was
Yeah.
I started to feel free. You know, I started to.
Yeah.
You know, like feel like I felt
It's-
like honestly, like I ask these people every time, like,
Yeah.
how long does this feeling last?
Right.
You know, I feel like I got skyrocketed
The
so
pink
high, and
cloud.
the pink cloud, and I'm still on it, hanging
Yeah.
on. You know, but then
Yeah.
also too, it's probably because I surrender every day
Oh, yeah.
to God.
It's crazy. I asked that question to
Like,
everybody because everybody has a different perception of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even I have a different perception of
Like
it.
a sense of freedom.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
freedom.
You're
For-
not carrying
Yeah,
the weight
Yeah,
exactly.
it's, you're able to live again.
Yeah.
every day.
And
I mean,
like to me, like that word existence, I never had
powerful.
before.
Yes.
And to me, it's a beautiful experience. And I like to ask people that because me too. Like I work a 12-step program.
Yeah.
I sponsor.
Yeah.
I have an amazing sponsor from MHA. You know, he tells me every day, you know, how free do you really want to be?
Yeah.
You know, and he says, I give you suggestions, I give you tools, and it's for you to use them, and I use them because I want to be free today.
Yeah.
But it's also too is I ask people, you know, did you get skyrocketed yet? And they're like, no, I don't know. I was like, well, you better do your steps over.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
What does that mean?
Because you don't know, but you have to fully give into it. You know, you can't hold back on those steps, man. You gotta. Man, everyone, man, it's just those steps are really crucial. I think people. I think a lot of people that haven't done the steps.
Yeah.
What do you have to lose? Give it a try. Don't knock it
Yeah.
until you try it. You know,
Exactly.
like I was one of those guys. Oh, God saved me. God healed me. I don't need those steps. But me, I was just like, well, don't knock it until you try it. So that's why I challenged myself, and I wasn't required to, but I purposely went up to partial so I can get a sponsor and
Yeah.
get through my steps to see what I can benefit, because me as a peer support specialist, I come across a lot of people and I wanted to be equipped with all these different things. So if I come across somebody that is because obviously some things ain't gonna work for some people, right? So it helped me understanding of what they might need. Like, oh, this guy, you know, maybe he's tried the steps. Maybe he needs to find a church. Maybe he needs to go to sweat. Maybe he needs something else. You know, there's all these different things, and you know, a couple guys, you know, they couldn't connect within the church.
Yeah.
But to me, I always tell people, man, all roads lead back to God.
Oh,
No
yeah.
matter what it is,
Yep.
you got to find your way, your path to it. So, me using on my steps, when I seen someone struggling with the church thing or sweat thing, well, I tried them to do the 12 steps, and then that helped them find God.
Oh yeah.
They got a sponsor, and they were willing. They had that willingness, open-mindedness, and to change, and they fully, you know, accepted their situation, and finally start surrendering and praying and meditating, and they're like, wow, you know, and it's beautiful to see
Yeah.
them see them take that journey, and that's all they needed, and that's what you can't, you know, some people aren't going to find out. Like me, I found my faith right off the rip off in a church, and that's where I found my peace. I started finding my higher power. But yeah.
Okay, so what's next for both of you in recovery? You can each answer this if you want. What's next for you in recovery?
For me in recovery, I mean, I don't know. I can't really answer that because we're having so much opportunities coming our way. You know, like so much good relationships here, not only within Standing Rock, but like different entities within Standing Rock.
Yeah.
People are reaching out to us. You know, like we want to be that safe haven.
Yeah.
We want the people to feel comfortable around us. You know.
Awesome. So, like, you guys work with Seeds of Eden, right? You work for the entity or organization, is it, of
Yes.
Seeds of Eden? So, if you guys want to shout them out, you guys can. I mean, like, the phone number, how do they get a hold of you guys if they want to know the organization? If anything, too, I can put it in the description. I mean, if you want to say their phone number.
Yeah, so...
Because you guys are doing big things down here, you know?
Yeah. So our main thing is we work for a nonprofit, and we were with them in the beginning, but I was in one of their programs.
Yeah.
And
now, what do you mean program? Like what?
So after I finished treatment, this was last year. Last year I was still in treatment in Raleigh, Prairie Recovery Center.
Yeah.
Well, the only place that that had a bed open for me at the time to go was at Seeds of Eden in Washburn, and that's where I spent 4 months. And I feel like if I didn't go there, I probably wouldn't be where I'm at today.
Nice.
It saved my life because it really. So I'm a big guy. Like I used to love watching sports, movies, you know, a lot of TV. Well, that place they don't allow you to have TVs, so it really gave me a chance to like really find out who I am and really connect within myself being there, because I wasn't distracted by what's going on in the world, you know.
Media.
Yeah,
whatnot like that.
which is, and it's crazy because today I don't do social media. I don't really watch movies. Like instead of watching a movie, like I'd rather teach myself about something. I pick up a book, and that's where CG Eden taught me. They challenged me, and I remember when I got there, they had this book. It's called the 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth, and that book has helped me significantly in my recovery. It taught me how to be intentional. It taught me how to stay committed. It taught me about discipline. It taught me about attitude. All these things I never knew before, you know. And not only that, like you know, I got a life coach today. I got a recovery coach. I got a mentor. You know, I mentor some of the guys I'm up there with, and I got a great sponsor. You know, all these great things that I have in my life today I never had, but I mean, it's all because of sober living, man. Sober living saved my life, man.
Oh, yeah.
And not only that, but yeah. So I was in the program, and they offered me, you know, a growth intentional accelerated class in the program at Seeds of Eden, and I was all for it, you know, because I just kept wanting to learn, you know. Every day I'm grateful to have another opportunity to you know, be the best version of myself. You know? But every day is a new day to learn and grow, you know. And I'm always just trying to find different ways I can you know, expand.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So Terry, who's your number one fan?
Who?
Do you have a number one fan? No?
No. I mean, that I know of.
Yeah. How about you, Sebastian?
My number one fan today would be, I would say, without a heartbeat, for sure God. But not only God, but I'll have to say, well, all glory is His, you know, God. But my pastor from Mandan, the church, Living Word Mandan, Apostolic Church that I go to, he's a role model. He's a leader. He's a person that I need in my life. You know, like every time he preaches, I feel like he's talking to me, and me being able to, you know, like receive that. And it's just, he really helped me find my faith. This is, you know, in the beginning, and it's just the life that I live today, man. It's like, man, like I love recovery. I love my new life that I have today.
Yeah. Do you guys have like AA meetings or anything? Like, do you guys have your own, like, if you want to give a shout out to them, you can.
Yeah. So yeah. Well, I forgot to say my pastor's name. Sorry about that. Pastor Charles Sefcik, my pastor from Mandan. But like certain meetings or
Yeah, do you guys
So-
hold a meeting here weekly or
No.
here in 48s?
no. So actually, yeah. So one of my coworkers, we could say names, right?
There are local meetings here.
Yeah. There
and
is meetings down here.
we do not hold any meetings, but we do attend our own home group meetings.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that could be something
But-
we can look
yeah,
into.
no, actually,
because we are all in recovery,
That's what-
so
That's
you can help with that
Yeah.
too.
That's actually in the works. But one of our coworkers, Nikki Alkire, she's a care coordinator for CZ Eden, and she's from Santa Rosa. She lives down here, and she has her own meeting on Mondays. Was it Recovery Rockers?
Okay.
Yes.
She has AA, but yeah, she works a
Yeah,
program.
she facilitates that meeting.
Yeah, but yeah, as far as I know, they have meetings here every day of the week in different communities.
So there are AA, NA meetings here in the Standing
Yeah.
Rock communities, so
Yeah.
people can come down here and attend.
Yeah.
And awesome.
Yeah. The only thing we have
We-
right now is a talking circle here.
Okay.
On
When is
Fridays. On Fridays, every other Friday.
Every other Friday. Where is it at?
Here.
Here.
Oh, at this building.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
we are also here for more than just a talking circle
Yeah.
or to help you get into
Okay.
treatment or whatever it is, we are
Awesome.
that shoulder you can lean
Yeah.
on. We are here to listen, to support.
Is it okay if
Give
I put your
suggestions.
guys' information in
You
the
sure
description?
can.
We got
Yeah.
cards,
Okay.
business cards.
I'll put all that in the description, so
Yeah.
all the viewers out here will be able to contact you in the area, or I don't know, wherever they come from, because I know there are a lot of people who contact me. They ask me for help, and like I said, I just moved here, so I'm able to reach out to you guys.
Yeah.
So
And so the beautiful thing about this too is not only like are we just working in our entity, but our main goal is to connect with other programs.
Awesome.
And we have other resources. So like if our program isn't working for you, well, like my goal as a peer support is to help you get to a place where I think you're gonna thrive and grow
Yeah.
at.
Yes.
Like
Cool.
and it's just like we just we understand
We have
like,
relationships
yeah.
with other
So like we
programs,
so, like,
our
nice.
treatment
Yeah.
centers, our
Yeah.
sober living houses.
It's
and
Okay.
it's even
So-
to the point with our neighbors now. Like we're
yeah,
yeah.
we got a foot in a Standing Rock. We built relationships down here from a summit. We Montana, always
Nice.
Minnesota. So there's a lot of big things happening.
doors are open.
Yep.
We're here
Yep.
to
And that's
help
what we're-
everybody and
that's-
anybody.
Yeah, that's what we're
Yeah,
here. Is like
that's
we're
what
we're not here to compete. We're not here to
Yeah.
be in. We're here
One up each
to
other.
we're here
Yeah.
to walk to fight this fight together.
Awesome.
We're here to
Yes.
walk beside each other and be there for each other. And that's what
Awesome.
we're here for. It's
That's
just
what
we're
it's
just
about.
trying to be there and help us help you. And that's where we're.
Recovery has brought us back here,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
Yeah.
we want to be the examples that
Yeah.
these programs and recovery
Yeah.
relationship with our
Yeah.
God, our higher power, really works.
Yeah,
we
and
are
also
the examples
yeah,
of that.
Just like
Cool.
just
Hell yeah.
like leadership, everything we bring in hope and healing,
Yeah.
strength. There's more to it, Whereas
We also have a great team.
Yeah, we
Isaiah
got a-
Keller,
Mhm.
Brian Cassidy, Ryan Botner.
Nice.
There's a lot of us, not just throughout Standing Rock, but
Yeah.
throughout
all over the state.
Washburn, Minot,
Yeah.
Wow.
Bismarck, Mandan.
Okay.
Devil's Lake.
Devil's Lake.
Oh yeah, we got a team full of committed, hungry, compassionate people
Thriving
throughout the state of North
people,
Dakota.
exactly.
And it's crazy how far we've came from when I first started. Like there wasn't much, but just to see how far I've taken off, and
Yeah.
it's crazy because
That's cool.
God's really just
Something
really
that
working.
really stands out to me when I very first heard it, when I went into the sober living, is, and I don't know everything. I used to think I know everything,
Mhm.
but God is doing for me what I could not do for myself.
Yeah. It's a popular term, and
And I
it's
love
true.
that. Yes, it is.
There's so many in there, I don't know, just these little statements that are in the big book and recovery that are true. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like I tell my people when I sponsor them, just keep it simple, as cliche as it
Yeah.
sounds. One day at a time.
One day at a time.
It's like you guys, like I don't want to hear that, but
24
it
hours.
works.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right, it
Even like it
does.
works if you work it. That,
Yeah.
even that works.
Works if you work it, or me and like my go-to
It's-
is I tell everyone that I meet, that's newcomers, my sponsees, whatever. You need to just let go and let God.
Yeah.
And I always
I love
joke
that.
around. I'll say, man, it's like when they're telling me they're struggling with something, or whatever it is. I'm just like, just gonna give it up, man. They're like looking at me weird, give it up. I'm like, yeah, he's give it up to God. Like, he'll take care of you.
God's will.
Yeah, God,
I like that one
God
too.
is-
God's will, man.
Yeah.
Good or bad. All right, guys. Well, that probably concludes the end of our show here. Do you have any shout outs real quick to anybody? I know you mentioned Isaiah. And
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to all the leaders that I have in my life. You know, my pastor for one, Charles Sevchik, my directors, Ryan Botner, Brian Cassidy, Isaiah Caller, for allowing me to be a part of this journey and this team with them, and and it's just allowing them to help me, bring my experience in healing to other, not only just Standing Rock, but I'm all over too, Bismarck, and it's just, I'll give a shout out to my recovery coach, Ryan Hamrick. Give a shout out to my sponsor, Joe Azure.
Cool.
It's just
how about you, Terry? Any shout outs?
Just to my team with Seeds of Eden, all the relationships that we created and around here and within the recovery community, everybody that I've gained, the friends, the family, the brothers, the sisters in recovery.
Right.
Like,
Cool.
I wouldn't be here without them.
Yeah.
I did not get here on my own.
Yeah.
And I will forever be grateful for each and every one of them.
All right.
And thank you too.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, guys. Yeah, that's Terry and Sebastian with Seeds of Eden. I'll put the description, the info in the description. But yeah, Jay Rizzo's back. Recovery Warrior. New format, new things going on, new things happening. Don't forget to tune in. If you like what you see, hit that like. And if you want to see more, hit that subscribe. Love you. Bye.